Hello, Matt Loveridge here. I'm one of the composers on Lloyd of the Flies, and one of the things we wanted to do with the show was to make the sounds really unique, really insecty and weird in a way that it didn't sound like anything else out there. And one of the ways to do that is to build your own instruments using sampling. Now obviously you can get software instruments from a variety of places. There's free ones ranging up to really expensive ones made by companies in such depth. I mean, they're absolutely amazing, and we use all of those within the show. But all the money in the world spent on sample instruments won't get you a sound this bad. And so obviously, if you make your own, you can make it do exactly what you want it to do, and it's unique to you and your show. So one of the key sounds in the show is a combination of badly sampled ukulele and Moog synth, which are sampled in very different ways. So when I say badly sampled ukulele, I mean there's tons that you can get that will be really in detail sampled. They'll take every single note played on different strings. They'll record each note over and over again in amazing studios with amazing microphones, record each individual note at a variety of velocities, so loudnesses, I guess, because obviously the sound of a ukulele being played quietly, which you probably can't even hear on this video, it's very different from the sound of it being played loudly. Try not to break a string or my skin. And through sampling like that, you get an incredibly realistic result. That's not what we wanted with Lloyd. What we wanted to do is to have it sounding a bit slapdash. So it's not necessarily tuned. You're bending each string as you record the note. It's muted. So some notes will come out louder than others. They'll be slightly out of tune with each other. They'll be twangy, some will be longer, some will be shorter. And all of that randomness really adds to the sound of the instrument.
So here we are with all of the ukulele notes recorded and split into individual samples, and then loaded into my sampler with each note in its correct position in the scale so you can play it. Right, the other part of the sound is the Moog. If you're cool, you say Moog, not Moog. So I've made something really squelchy and random, and now recording each note several times, knowing each recording will be slightly different because of that randomness. So, recording that over the whole range of the keyboard with 8 samples for each individual note took ages. 6 octaves, 72 notes, 8 samples for each note, so that's almost 600, specifically 576 samples. And I've set them up so they alternate in a round robin. Every time you press a note, you get a different sample. So here it is in a blank session. And here's the uke. When we layer them together, it's just about as Lloyd of the Fliesy as you can get.
So then it's the combination of that sort of twangy, out of tune ukulele, where you play the same note over and over again and it sounds the same, with the kind of analog, modular, synthy squelchiness of the Moog, and that chaos of that. The combination of the two of those that creates a sound that is just a Lloyd sound. No one else has got it, unless you want to make us a really good offer. And hopefully when you hear that sound, you're transported into the insect world of Lloyd in a way that you wouldn't be if you just heard a piano or a pizzicato strings or something else.